Glad to have you with us, and glad you're spending a little time out of a beautiful, beautiful fall-like evening. We're only days away from the official start of the season of autumn, but man, are we really enjoying some beautiful temperatures that are a bit below normal, that are going to coincide with a lot of sunshine above all the way through your weekend. Maybe not the whole weekend. We've got another really good, strong cold front coming next week. In fact, it's going to put temperatures back down into the 40s and 60s for daytime highs and lows, but between now and then, enjoy it. Enjoy it because it is going to be gorgeous. We'll talk about the time frame, how long it's going to last, and how temperatures are going to climb back up to where they should be, maybe even a tick or two above, actually. We're talking about the 80s making a return by the first half of your weekend before the downturn. We'll see the 80s stick around Sunday, but before Sunday's over, that's when we'll start to see the change-up come. On tonight's program, the trial of a physician who used to be employed at a pain management clinic in Oxford has been going on this week at the federal courthouse in Pikeville. It all goes back to a traffic stop in McGoffin County in October of 2011 where more than $1 million in cash was discovered in a vehicle alongside tens of thousands of pills. I'll tell you more about the case and the other three co-defendants and their respective cases in just a few moments. A McGoffin County man jailed, one of two that were caught, believed to be red-handed in the middle of robbing another at McGoffin County. And we've got announcements and a whole lot of things to get to before I leave you for once again a beautiful evening in the neighborhood. We have now learned, though, that tragically to begin tonight's program, a second person has died of injuries from a 5-vehicle accident in Pike County that happened a week ago actually happened last Monday on US 23 near the Island Creek intersection. It happened on Monday. It was then that we knew just hours later that 58-year-old Walter Gearhart of Pikeville died. He was pronounced dead at the Pikeville Medical Center after being involved in the accident. Pikeville police have now confirmed that 34-year-old Kimberly Thompson, also of Pikeville, died just yesterday from her injuries. Both were driving their respective vehicles when the accident happened. It involved a total of 5 vehicles. It was caused after a 10-wheel dump truck was traveling south when it crossed the center line and overturned onto its side and then crashed into the 4 other vehicles, which were all traveling in the opposite direction. Arrangements are being made for, once again, 34-year-old Kimberly Thompson. The conditions of the other individuals, we believe not life-threatening at this hour, however, have not been reported to us at this time. But the accident does, I know, remain under investigation by authorities in Pikeville. Well, a couple of things that are coming up in McGoffin County that's going to involve a whole lot of folks. I'll forward them on over to the community calendar after reading them tonight. But 'tis the season for the annual hog roast. It's a popular event at one of our local fire departments. The North McGoffin Volunteer Fire Department has set its 2014 annual hog roast and soup bean dinner and auction for a week from this Saturday. It's on the 27th. It's at the shelter on top of the improvement Rock House Fork Hill. Beside the Rock House Liberty Baptist Church, they'll serve dinner starting at noon and continue throughout the evening. The auction will start at 2, and the auction includes everything from home furniture to small kitchen appliances to power tools and hand tools, air compressors, Longaberger items, a generator, fire pit, a wood chipper, camping chairs, and much, much more. And of course, they always have live entertainment. It too will start at noon, and it's all just $6 per dinner. Kids 12 and under get in free. The dinner gets you roasted ham and soup bean dinner with beverages, also hot dogs, corn dogs, loaded fries, and much more. And all proceeds going to the North McGoffin Volunteer Fire Department. If you have any questions, call Josh Jenkins at 349-7777. And once again, that's not until the 27th, a week from this Saturday, so I'll remind you about it as it gets a bit closer. Something else coming up in Sagersville on the 27th is the class of 69. The Sagersville High School graduating class of 69 is having their 45-year class reunion on Saturday the 27th at the old high school. All classmates, whether you graduated or not, are urged to attend. You can call 349-4441 if you've got any questions. And that too, once again, a week from this Saturday on the 27th for the class of 69 of the Sagersville High School. I'll be reminding you in the coming days. Just a few more moments before I get to our top story. So for just a moment, remind these folks that you're watching the show. Join us in sending out special birthday wishes this September to those who matter the most, to all of our beloved residents and staff at Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Walter Wireman, Gladys Helton, Luther Reisner, Calvin White, Avenel Coburn, Nathaniel Ashby, Alma Jenkins, Marie Marshall, Inez Montgomery, and Elazine Holbrook. Happy birthday.
If you have been in a serious wreck, do you really think that you are in good hands of the insurance companies when you have lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering from your head to your toes? The answer is no. If you want to truly be in good hands, give me a call. I'm attorney Donald Wayne McFarland. Let me put my 20 years of experience in working to protect the rights of injured people to work for you. 349-9000.
Save big at Premier Auto, an 02 Hyundai Sonata, only $37.50. An 07 Pontiac G5, only $39.50. And an 09 Buick LaCrosse, just $99.50. An 06 Rhino, only 1,200 miles, just $69.50. And 100 miles per gallon, no driver's license and no insurance needed. New scooters cut $500 to just $9.95 at Premier Auto in Paintsville. Spend less time waiting or in line for your prescriptions or refills and get the care you need with the quality and convenience that matters most at Parkway Pharmacy, your exclusive provider of the finest in vitamins and supplements by Windmill Vitamins. Come in or drive through 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday or call Parkway Pharmacy 349-4400.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Remember when they invented the peanut butter cup? Bringing peanut butter and chocolate together. Pure genius. Well, the Sonom Enduro has done the same thing for wireless. Right now at Appalachian Wireless, you'll find the tough, dependable Sonom Enduro. This flip phone is great for the job or weekend warrior, but you can also access the internet and take great pictures with a 2-megapixel camera. Get it now, the best of both worlds, just like the peanut butter cup. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings.
Sagersville National lets you go mobile with their new banking app. That's right, you can view your account and balance, transfer money, pay bills, and yes, deposit checks right from your phone from wherever you are. Just download the Sagersville National Bank app on your Android, iPad, iPhone, or other device. Any phone that can connect to the internet has the capability, and you can start saving time and money today with Sagersville National Bank's new mobile app. Wherever you are, we're there for you at Sagersville National Bank. This election began this Monday. The trial began yesterday and was expected to possibly wrap up this evening or in the morning. I'm still awaiting an official word. The trial of Stephen C. Arney. He was a physician who worked at a pain management clinic in Oxford that was owned by a couple from the eastern Kentucky area who have already entered into plea agreements in the case. As for Dr. Varney, he was to stand trial this week on several charges dating back to a traffic stop that happened here in McGoffin County on the Mountain Parkway at the old toll gate. It was then the McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy, if memory serves me correctly, Deputy Rodney Minix, who approached the vehicle and noticing suspicious activity, stopped the vehicle and pulled it to the curb. And upon investigating further, deputies in the Kentucky State Police soon found more than they ever expected. You may recall the initial report. We held it for a few months, actually, after the initial traffic stop to allow authorities to work their investigation, and I had one follow-up since. Tonight's follow-up, though, does go back to cover the initial traffic stop on October the 4th. This was the vehicle that Ray Stapleton of the Oxford area was traveling in. Inside his vehicle, upon investigation, authorities found $1.3 million in cash and tens of thousands of pills, to the tune of 30,000 pills, if I'm not mistaken. You can see the various pill bottles, which were all seized. They found another estimated $27,000 in cash at his residence that he shared with his wife, Tina Stapleton. Now, this, of course, led to the entire investigation into their clinic that was operated in the Oxford community. Indictments would soon follow after an investigation in August of 2012. A total of 4 were initially indicted together: Ray Stapleton, his wife Tina, and then 2 physicians who both worked at their facility. Stephen C. Arney on trial now, and Emmanuel Acosta that I'll refer to in just a few moments. Several counts on the original indictment, including conspire to distribute oxycodone, conspiring to distribute hydrocodone, conspiring to distribute Xanax, all at the Auto Accident and Recovery Pain Management Clinic that they had in Auxerre, owned by the Stapletons, the physicians serving there, Arney and Acosta. Stapleton was initially indicted on several counts himself as they related to that traffic stop here in Magoffin County, including possession with the intent to distribute Schedule II narcotics, Schedule III narcotics, and Schedule IV controlled substances. They have since had their cases split. The Stapletons tried together. They reached a plea agreement with authorities, are awaiting sentencing. The 2 physicians have each severed from the case themselves individually, and Arney is under trial in federal court in Pikeville this week. The physician stands accused of helping to dispense more than 100,000 pills to customers without a legitimate medical purpose in just a year's time. The proceeds, in part of which, were discovered in Stapleton's vehicle. Somewhere during the investigation, it was revealed that he had told authorities that he just didn't trust banks and was keeping the money at various locations. $1.3 million inside the vehicle, garbage bags full of prescription drugs, another $27,000 at his residence, and one of the biggest traffic stops in my history here at this program in the last nearly 16 years and in law enforcement on the Mountain Parkway. And once again, the cases of Ray Douglas Stapleton and Tina Marie Stapleton, they have both entered plea agreements and are awaiting sentencing, which has been set for, I believe, later in this year. The other physician who was involved in the case, Emmanuel Acosta, has yet to stand trial, but is set to stand trial at a later date. I'll keep you up to date on all of those particular cases. More headlines in a few moments, but right now, let's tune in and find out what's happening on tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau-sponsored community calendar. A reminder to our Magoffin County senior citizens, commodities are to be distributed tomorrow. That's Thursday the 18th, by the way, from 12:30 till 2:30 at our Senior Citizen Center in the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. Everyone is encouraged to please bring a box with you and try to get there at your time that you have scheduled so they can get everyone in and out easily. Commodities tomorrow, 12:30 at the Senior Center here in Magoffin County. A couple of other reminders and announcements. A memorial ride set for Trey Aldrich, a young man from Allen Central High School who passed away suddenly just days ago, has been set for this Saturday. It's a motorcycle ride that will leave Allen Central High School at 1. You can register from 11 till 1. All proceeds going to Trey's family. Singles are $10. Couple riders are $15. You can register once again at 11. They say kickstands are up at 1, and they'll be off on a memorial ride in his honor. And honoring our military, a special event set for this Saturday at 1 over in Paintsville on the Mayo campus of the Big Sandy Community and Technical College System. This is in recognition of the dedication and sacrifice of those who have served, are serving, and their families. All of you are humbly invited to join them for just an afternoon of appreciation, entertainment, and good food, featuring the 202nd Army Band of Kentucky. It's this Saturday. It begins once again at 1 o'clock. You can register beginning at noon, and all military personnel are encouraged to attend. A benefit auction has been set for a local man, DJ LeMaster, who's battling cancer. It's this Saturday, the 20th. They'll have live gospel music, refreshments, and an auction. It all starts at 1 at the North Magoffin Volunteer Fire Department. They would encourage you to come out and support Mr. LeMaster if at all possible. It's this Saturday, once again, beginning at 11 a.m. And the Pigeon Enterprise Baptist Youth Group has had a fun horse show. Well, it's a horse show. It's going to be fun. I think there's different types of horse shows. Nevertheless, it's Saturday, 5 o'clock at the Sagersville Equestrian Park here in Sagersville. Pigeon Enterprise Baptist Youth Group will receive all of the proceeds, and you're asked to support them. They put together a horse show for this Saturday here in Sagersville. Just a quick reminder, the Sagersville City Council meeting that was set for Monday night of this week is coming up this following Monday. The fiscal court meeting set for yesterday has not yet been reset, to my knowledge, but I think it is going to take place next week. And lastly, if you've got birthdays, anniversaries, or special announcements like the one you just heard, you can get them on Your News Today for free. Always have been, always will. And just get them here any way you so desire, including dropping them off here in the newsroom just above the Sagersville Post Office. a few more sponsors to thank that I hope you'll thank whenever you have the chance, and more headlines to follow. Regardless of where you want to ride, you can be riding on a brand new Kawasaki or Polaris for less at M&M Power Sports in Staffordsville. New Kawasaki's for the dirt, the street, or both, and ATVs and side-by-sides for every stage of enthusiasts to fish, hunt, haul, or play. And with rebates up to $1,300 and financing as low as 3.99%, it's never been easier to ride it, buy it, and start your next adventure at Kentucky's Power Sports Authority since 1964, M&M Power Sports. Wheel alignments, oil changes, brakes, suspension work, and tires. Thousands of tires by all the major manufacturers, all in stock and at incomparable prices. All backed with 33 years of service and experience, the area's largest tire selection, and 6 months no interest at Conley's in Paintsville.
With a low-rate mortgage from Citizens National Bank, you can downsize your mortgage payment, not your home. New home or refi, Citizens gives you the personal service you deserve. And no gotcha fine print. Just low rates. Stop by your nearest branch to apply today. Citizens National Bank. We take banking personally. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ages-old battle that rages on. Apple or pumpkin? And now you can decide which pie makes the best blizzard treat. Taste them both for a limited time at your Sagersville DQ, home of the $3 breakfast and the $5 lunch, and where breakfast is served hot Monday through Thursday, 6 till 11, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until noon, and where everything else is served all day, every day. Your Sagersville Dairy Queen. There's an unlimited selection of new and pre-owned vehicles right at your fingertips with 9 acres of inventory and 7 different franchises all at one location. Hutch, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Call Chevy, Buick, and GMC at 297-4066 or Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram at 297-5066. Where selection, satisfaction, and service after you're sold are all guaranteed. In offering a sincere thank you for allowing him to serve as your coroner for nearly 8 years, Mark Jenkins is asking for your continued support after he has successfully completed over 450 hours of criminal justice training, giving him the experience and knowledge to respectfully and thoroughly work over 400 coroner cases. And in conjunction with other agencies, help to secure funding for a mobile morgue unit in the event of an extreme emergency and establish the area's first ever child fatality review team. With your help, he'll continue to treat the most delicate of situations for a family with the same compassion, concern, and due diligence. Please vote Mark Jenkins, Democrat, for Magoffin County Coroner. If fall colors, design, style, and saving a lot of money is all your thing, then be sure to step in Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop for their annual open house. It's Wednesday through Saturday, where everything in the store is at least 20% off, and everything fall and Halloween marked 30% off. Clearance items are at least an extra 10% off, and as always, the tastiest of refreshments and snacks are served. It's their annual fall open house at the Seasonal Shop in Sagersville, Wednesday through Saturday. To anyone else, it might just be Thursday, but around here, it's Dipper Day at your Sagersville Lee's, where a plate full of big, white chunks of crispy chicken, 2 homemade sides, and a big buttery biscuit is only $4.99, and only $4.29 after 4 o'clock. So for lunch, a night free from the kitchen, or to cater your next big family or business gathering, call your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. It's a forecast I'm excited to bring you, and we're going to ride out the good weather all the way through your weekend. Temperatures climbing into the low 80s, and excited to see that in the forecast. Not so much the cold front that changes everything up next week. I'll elaborate more on that and tell you about the nice evenings in store in just a few moments. Right now, other headlines tonight include the arrest of a Magoffin County man who was reportedly one of 2 that were caught, says authorities. Red-handed, a Magoffin County resident returning home yesterday, finding a vehicle partially loaded with some of his belongings as 2 men fled on foot. However, only one of the men have thus far been apprehended per our knowledge. Police citations filed on behalf of Kentucky State Police Trooper Thompson, who worked the theft case, indicate that a Magoffin County man, Lawrence Hill, came home to Straight Fork where he lived and encountered two men who had backed their vehicle up to his home. The trunk was lifted. Inside the vehicle, some of his personal belongings, including a couple of his shotguns, at least one. Also, some household appliances, I believe including a TV, were sitting outside the residence, appearing as though they were getting ready to be put inside the vehicle. He also described to police two men who he saw flee the scene on foot, leaving the vehicle behind. Police citations indicate that an individual, a male individual, this man, Jamie Reisner, came back to the location claiming he had no knowledge of the entire incident. Authorities not taking that into taking into consideration, just not believing his story, arrested Reisner on account of burglary in the first degree. He was lodged last night around 8:30 in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. The 44-year-old was still lodged on burglary first charges as of airtime, while police are continuing to search for the other individual, who is so far yet unidentified. Public hearing is set for this coming Monday the 22nd in Johnson County for the community to hear and voice opinions on the matter of a proposed tax hike by the Johnson County Board of Education. The Board of Education is proposing tax increases to the tune of a total of 56.6 cents per every $100 of evaluation for property taxes and 52.5 cents per every $100 of evaluation of motor vehicles in Johnson County. That's an increase on both taxes of 19.7 cents. The Board of Education says they're doing so to generate an estimated $1.2 million next year, that being an increase over the current tax rate as it was this past year. They also say included in the new tax is a nickel tax, a recallable tax that they'll be able to use for future renovations on various properties. They say they are doing so because, as all other school districts, they're getting less funding from state and federal sources, and they're also continuing to try to improve and advance technology and provide future renovations for the school system. They also say that they currently rank 170 out of 173rd as far as the rate of taxes that they pay in Johnson County for the school tax, some of the lowest in the state. The meeting itself is going to be held this coming Monday, 5 p.m. in the board office building. Your weather forecast continues to be gorgeous, and for the most part, all the way through the weekend. We started off this morning here at the newsroom at 53 degrees. I show we climbed to 78 degrees under the sunshine. We peaked today. We're at 71 and falling if you're catching the early show. We'll fall to about 50 degrees tonight, so it'll feel kind of similar in the morning as it did this morning. Temperature-wise, off 3 degrees or so. Partly cloudy skies will continue. Look for some more of that fog rolling in as we've been seeing here lately. I think for the most part, a majority of us after 3 o'clock in the a.m. during the overnight. Now, that fog will linger around in the morning, of course. Temperatures not quite as high, 71 degrees, and today's daytime high of 78. I think that was probably right in the sun, and maybe a bit higher than what we actually saw. But tomorrow, I suspect we'll see 71 degrees overall, a low of 49. Look at that cool air coming in. We'll hit the 40s, I think, just barely. Mostly sunny, though, tomorrow, and only a few clouds late tomorrow night. Probably mostly clear skies, I think. And here's the end of your work week. We're climbing up to 78 degrees. Temperatures are going to continue to build. High pressure, 78 for your daytime high Friday, mid-50s-ish. For nighttime lows Friday, more sun, more clear skies across the board. And into your Saturday temperature, still climbing up to 82. Still some fog lingering around in the morning. That will move in late during the overnight, Friday night into 50s again, but still sunshine. Still only a few clouds above Saturday night with a little more fog on the back end of things that will hang around until Sunday morning. I still suspect to see the 80s on Sunday with 82 again. I still suspect to see and expect to see some partly sunny skies on your Sunday. By Sunday night, we really start to amp up the chance of showers and thunderstorms, 20% during the day, 50% at night on Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies Sunday night, and that will carry us into Monday. Most of the weather is going to be during the overnight hours and early Monday morning hours, but things will cool back down to 74, mostly sunny on your Monday. Low of 54 for nighttime lows. Daytime highs on Tuesday are really going to be felt by another front that puts us at 68 and 47. That might be optimistic. Mostly sunny and clear skies, but after this front that rolls through the weekend, temperatures are going to start to fall. And down to 68 on your Tuesday, I think we'll rebound into the low 70s by Wednesday. It will be short-lived, but right now, the models are still a little conflicting. Might see cooler air than that. Might stick around for a couple of days longer than that. But right now, well, that's where we are forecast-wise. And that's where I am news-wise. Thank you all for being a part of the program. And enjoy. Simply a beautiful end to a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We've got some more to come. So if you didn't get a chance to get out today, well, here's to hoping you will sometime this week. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful night.